guess I'll make a video while I'm leaving here. I just dropped off my daughter, my youngest daughter, and I'm gonna make a driving video. Driving back to the house, like I always do. My youngest daughter is the one I just dropped off, though. I'm just really frustrated right now, so this is not going to be a good video. And y'all might see a different side of me than what you're used to. I'm just so upset, frustrated, overwhelmed for a lot of things, a lot of reasons why. But I might not even post this video. I don't know if I will or won't. Just have to wait and see. But anyways, I just got done dropping off my youngest daughter over at her dad's house and his family's house. And that's basically why I'm upset. I've had enough. I'm just so sick and tired of it. Because it's every single Friday or Saturday or sometimes Sunday. It's always real late at night or it's dark outside. That seatbelt thing will shut up in a minute. But anyways, it's always real dark and late at night or just real dark, too dark to see. Always when either, and my daughters have to blame too, both of my daughters, especially my youngest one, because she's lot like personality like her dad, and she waits till the last minute to do anything. She don't want to do anything until it's dark outside or it's late at night. Same thing with like how her dad is and her dad's family. The only one in her dad's family that's not like that is the same person, just like me. It's the grandpa. Even if me and him don't see eye to eye, and we've had like a lot of difficulties and a lot of muddy water under the bridge, so to speak, in the past or whatever, we're still the ones. I still respect him because me and him's the ones that have to drive all the time, and I'm just tired. I'm so sick and tired of driving all the time, and I know he has to be too, and I feel bad for him no matter what, because he's an older man. He's older than what I am. He's had health problems too in the past before too, and this is pretty much what he's done all his life too, is having to. It gets old, y'all. It gets so old and frustrating when you don't have nobody. And I don't have nobody. He does have people, but I don't. But they don't do nothing. My ex won't do nothing as far as like driving and stuff, hardly ever. And then my oldest daughter, she don't have her driver's license. His mom, she's always been a kept woman. And so she's always got her way. She's beautiful on the outside. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous on the outside. She always has been. It's just that my opinion of her and her daughter, they're the same way. And yes, I have been jealous of them in the past over their beauty and what they've gotten by with, and them just being kept women and not have to suffer or know what suffering is like, or going without is like, or having to worry and stress all the time is like, and not having to go without no help or whatever. That's the things I'm jealous of them over. I'm not jealous over their beauty, because in my opinion, my dealings with them, I'm way past that. I think they're fake, and I don't think they're beautiful on the inside, no matter what anyone else thinks. Not with my dealings with them. And this is my YouTube channel, so it's about me and my dealings, my experiences, and my opinions, and not theirs. And I know that's beautiful up there. They got that Christmas lights up. But I know that I have spies on my YouTube channel. I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of that even people in my ex's family is subscribed to my channel, and they'll tattletale me on me because they've done it before. I've had to take a video down before in the past over my divorce to him, my divorce decree on him, my long form one of that, but because of a spy, and I know exactly who that spy was. But anyways, I know I have spies from my ex and his side. I know I have family members that are subscribed to me from my ex, and I also know that I have family members of my ex that I'm subscribed to too, because I have no problems with them just because they have problems with me. It ain't my fault. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of people. They can say and do whatever they want to do. I have no control over nothing. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of dealing with all that junk. I'm just sick and tired of dealing with people just being mean and cruel and not forgiving and not moving on. And I'm sick and tired of people holding grudges and having so much control of my life when they're not even in my life. And I don't want them to be in my life. I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm sick and tired of coming. I know this video is all over the place and it's ranting, and that's really not normally what my YouTube channel is supposed to be about. That's not what I want my YouTube channel to be about. I want my YouTube channel to be positive and a place for people to come to where they can feel like they belong. But I'm just having a hard time right now. And I know this video is all over the place, and I do apologize. I'm just kind of venting to you guys like I would do to a therapist. And I do have a therapist, but if anybody's concerned, I do have a therapist, and I do see my therapist. But from my experiences with dealing with therapists, basically all it is what I'm doing right now. It's just talking and them listening, and they get paid for listening to you. That's all it is. Every therapist I've ever had, and I've had a ton, that's all it ever is. I just feel like I want to tell you all a little bit about this, just vent to you guys. I'm so overwhelmed and so frustrated and so sad and so upset, and I'm just so sick and tired of dealing with this. And I also know, I'm well aware, trust me, I'm very well aware of knowing that I have spies that's probably even subscribed to my channel. I'm a very honest person, and I know good and well that back when I was dealing with social services, that I had social services, some of them, that knew about my YouTube channel and was subscribed to my YouTube channel, or at least spying on it. And so I'm not that stupid. I might be stupid, but I'm not that stupid. But I'm very well aware that they're watching me, and I'm not that dumb. I know about all the corruption around here, whether I'm involved in it or not. I know about all the corruption that's going on, and I know that there ain't nothing I can do about it. It's just a part of life. I'm doing nothing wrong though. I'm just trying my best. It just feels like how much I try so hard, I get nowhere. And I just want some peace. Just want what is normal for most people. And it just hurts me, and it just bothers me. And I do want those things in life, even though I'm older or whatever, or fat and ugly and disabled or whatever. I still desire like a partner in life. I got a family member that lives out that direction. That's on the Pike County line side. This is Letcher County now though. But anyways, oh shoot, I hit a rock. My cousin lives back that way. I was talking about him and his wife and children, and and he works in Texas, and he comes every 2 weeks from Texas to Kentucky to work, or taking off from work or whatever. I think he does something in Texas for welding or something, I'm not sure. But anyways, it's just so frustrating. Every single weekend it's like this, or week or whatever. Either Friday or Saturday night, sometimes Sundays. It's just according on the weather, if it snows or if they're out for school or whatever it is. It's always either me or their other grandpa for the most part. Now sometimes my mom does help out and do things, and even my dad sometimes too, even if I'm not speaking to him. But mostly 99% of the time it's me, or mostly it's me. I get cut off and have to do it most of the time. It's me, or it's their grandpa from Pike County. And I feel bad that he even does it, to be honest. No matter what, no matter how they've treated me in the past or whatever. Someone's burning a fire. I just feel bad that he has to do it too. It's like, you can't make people do things or anything in life, but I'm just so sick of people's bad behaviors. I'm sick and tired of everybody getting their way but us. And I'm sick and tired of people just taking advantage of people all the time. And I'm just so sick and tired of people who are, I'm jealous of Celtic people. I'm jealous of Celtic people, and I'm sick and tired of people that don't know what suffering is like. I'm sick and tired, if that makes sense. I'm sick and tired of that, people getting their way all the time, not having to do nothing. You know, and then they just get praised for it, and then, like, my girls will never understand, never will they see it or understand it from my side or my point of view. They'll never see it. And I can't make them believe it, and I can't prove it, and I can't show it. And you just can't make people do things. And nobody cares. No one cares about how hard it is on me. No one cares or has respect for me or any kind of decency. No one cares about how hard it is for me, or that I'm tired, or I'm sleepy, or I don't feel good, or that I need a break. No one cares. That's all I want. I just want to be able to have peace and quiet and lay down and sleep if I want to. And not be disturbed. Not have someone shake me or yell at me and scream at me or cuss at me or whatever. And wake me up or just call me names and say I'm lazy and fat or whatever. Just because I want to sleep. I'm just sick and tired of it. And I hate driving at night time. I hate driving when it's dark like this. Because I can't see. I can't see good. It's so frustrating. Yes, I used to love to drive at nighttime because it was peaceful and it was quiet. But I don't feel like that no more now that I'm older and I can't see that well. And I used to love it, which I do still love that, but I like being in the vehicle by myself and using that time for getting my peace and praying and talking to God or whatever. But I'm kind of using you all for that right now, to be honest. Because it seems like that's the only time I ever get any peace and quiet is whenever I'm in the vehicle alone by myself. That's whenever I do the most praying, to be honest, is whenever I'm in the vehicle alone by myself and get peace and quiet. And I know too, and no, I'm not that word, I'm not going to say that on my YouTube channel, but you know what I mean. Y'all, I'm not that way or nothing. I have no desires for that, and I'm not going to unalive myself or whatever. I'm just upset and just venting. But I know too that I have people who works for where I go to the therapist at, that sometimes, I don't know if they're subscribed to my channel or not, but I know sometimes they watch my videos. And so, I'm well aware of my spies. I'm well aware of how things work around here where I live at. But I'm not trying to hurt myself or anyone else or harm anybody. And I'm just talking. I'm just venting. This is what a lot of people do on their YouTube channels. So I know you are a social worker, BITCH. I know you're watching me. And I know where you live, just like you know where I live at. And I'm not saying or doing nothing wrong, so you can kick rocks. Leave me the heck alone. I don't care if you do have more power than I do or whatever. That's on your soul, not mine. And someday you will have to face that. Because right here where I live at, the social workers are the biggest problem. That's the ones that I have the most trouble out of. And it's because of their ties and corruption. They do not have no respect whatsoever for females, women at all. It's been like that for probably about 20-something years, but it just keeps getting worse. They idolize and adore men around here, and especially drug addict men. They give them all the power, and it's a big franchise for them. I'm not stupid. I know exactly what it's going on. It's a big franchise for them. It's not just being all paranoid or whatever. It's a big franchise for them. All the money stuff that's going on around here with children, and they're trying to foster children out and take them away from families, especially women, especially single women and stuff, and especially women that don't do drugs, my bad. They're trying their best to get them into the system, because that's what they want them to be, is in the system all their life. They're having a ball game. But anyways, they want them to be in the system all their life, and so that they can have all control over them. And if they get them into the system, into foster care, they can foster them out. It's a cordon, which this is going to sound so terrible. But I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys this. This is the truth of what's really actually going on around here. All in Kentucky. I don't know about other states, but I know it's going on in Kentucky, so it's probably going on in the law around other states too. But if they foster children out, which I have full custody of my girls, but my youngest girl, my oldest girl is an adult. But anyways, if they foster children out, I have full custody of my daughter, but her dad has the equal amount of rights to her than what I do. But the way it's set up is so screwed up. I get in trouble over everything with her, and I can't do nothing about it. And she has a big time problem with going to school. And so I get in trouble over every single thing. There's no way I'd not get in trouble over that. Even if I probably was to sign my parenting rights over or whatever, I would still have to pay child support, and I'd probably end up in jail if I did that. Because I don't know, it's just the way the system works around here. I don't know how to explain it. I just know it's a fact, and that's the way it works. But sorry, my ears are popping where I'm going down this hill. Give me a second. But oh, it hurts my ears. But anyways, the way it works right now with the foster caring system and the social workers, they are right now loving like people who take their children out of schools and homeschool their children, which I've thought about doing with my youngest daughter, because then you get the social workers back on you, and you get them on you even more, and they're up your hind end all the time, and then plus on top of it, they try their best to, hold on a second, let me see if I can't do something like this, switch this hand or something, but they want, the go is to take your children from you. That's the go with the social workers, especially around here, because it's all about money. Just like, I guess like all evil and all sins is and all corruption is, it's all about the money, follow the money. But whenever they get them in the system, especially if they can start fostering them out, and that's their go, that's what they train them to do with the social services around here nowadays. But if they can get them like that, if you have a child, and this is the part that's going to sound terrible, and I don't mean it to be like this, I don't know how else to describe it and explain it to you guys, the way it works around here, but what I know of now recently, the way it works, they can sell your, if your child is in foster care, they can sell your child out to foster homes. I don't know how many times, I don't think there's a limit, but a child, so to speak, and this is the part, I don't even want to say this, but I don't know how else to describe this and say this. Something's going on there. But a child that's considered normal, please do not think I'm being mean about nothing, but a child that's considered to be normal like or whatever can sell for like $10,000 every time that they go to a different foster home. And so it's a big time money making business. And then a child that has, let's say a child has Down syndrome, and I'm not trying to be mean at all, no matter what, please don't think I am, which it does not make sense. I would think that they would be worth more because they have a disability, but no. If a child has Down syndrome or some other kind of like disability, type disability or whatever, they're only worth like $4,000 or $5,000. I don't know how much it is for sure. They're only worth half of that of what a so-called normal child would be worth in the foster system. But they sell them multiple times. They can sell them and keep moving them around over and over. And unfortunately, in my opinion, obviously it's my opinion on all this stuff allegedly, because it is my YouTube channel. But anyways, I think that's what the go is. I think that's what they want around here, especially social workers. And social workers do, even though they might not be trained or have as much income, money, or whatever, also, they get a bonus. They get a freaking bonus. Every time, sorry for getting upset, but they get a freaking bonus every single time, is what I've learned recently. Every time that they do put a child in like a foster system, a foster home, social workers get a bonus. And I don't know how much that bonus is, but they get like a bonus every time that they move that child around. I think it's the $10,000, but I could be wrong. And I don't know if they have to split it between themselves and other social workers, or how exactly that works or whatever. But they get, so that's why they're doing that. It's all about the money. It ain't about helping out children or nothing like that. My opinion and my dealings in the past with social services, which it's how I am, and I feel like about a lot of systems, especially where I live at. And I've not even gotten in trouble that much, but I really just think that they should do away with these systems. I think they're pointless for the most part. Get a drink of water. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But I'm so tired, and I hate driving at nighttime. Can't stand it. When I first started driving, when I was younger, I liked driving at nighttime because there wasn't that many people on the roads and it was peaceful and quieter, but I just don't like it no more. It plays with my vision and it's so bad. And it upsets me at how I get stuck with most of the driving. I get sick and tired of it, and I get sick and tired of, and I know I'm complaining about everything and I'm all over the place on my topics. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated. I'm just tired of how, like, my ex won't never do nothing. Never, no driving, no nothing. It makes me so sick at how people hold on to grudges and take things out on people for the rest of their lives, pretty much. It just makes me sick and won't let people move on with their lives. Makes me so sick. And how much control someone that you can't stand has over your life. Just like how also, even though I'm talking to them again, like with my family, my parents, they're the same way. They've always had so much control over my life, and I can't stand it. I absolutely hate it. I just want to be free, and I just want to be at peace. I just want to live my life however I want to live my life. And it doesn't mean I don't love my children. I love my children more than anything. It's just that I don't have any control over what my children do, and I'm so sick and tired of fooling with my youngest daughter when it comes to her and her school, where she don't ever want to go to school. And I'm sick and tired of the school system. I'm sick and tired of social workers. Sick and tired of the system in general, at how they want to blame me for everything. They want to take me to court. They haven't yet, but I'm sure they will. But they want to take me to court. They want to put me in jail. They want to make me pay child support to them over her not going to school. They want to me to pay for her all the days, because of the Kentucky law that changed about a year ago. They want me to pay for all the days that she misses school and doesn't have excuses or whatever. And I can't physically drag her and make her go to school, and she will not listen to me. But at the same time, I don't want her to be in the foster care. And that's the way that the social workers that run everything, they're even above the judges. I don't care what anyone says, because I know that's the way that they want it to be. They cannot stand women. They cannot stand mothers. They cannot stand mothers having rights and raising children. They don't like that here at all. They would rather a man, D-R-U-G, addict, that's still using, even a pedo, yeah, I said what I said. They would rather someone like that raising a child as to a mother that's trying to be, do the right thing and don't do drugs or whatever, and they would rather all the support go to addicts or ex-addicts or whatever, drug addicts, that's what I'm talking about, trying to raise their children is to someone like me. And I'm just sick and tired of it. And I know that bitch is, sorry for cussing, but it's the truth. I know that bitch is watching me. And I know that other people watch me too. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of everybody being at my hind end, And I'm not even monetized on YouTube. I'm not even making no money. I'm not even a big YouTuber. Yes, there's big YouTubers around where I live at. Pretty big ones, actually. And yes, they're making bank. They're like making real good bank. Some of them are. I'm not one of them though, and I don't hang out with them. I don't have no problems with a couple of them, but I just don't have nothing to do with that crowd. But no, it's people like me that the system wants to get a hold of. It's people like me who does everything, tries to do everything right anyways. What's normal. And they want to try their best to get in my business. It's just like, I don't know. I'm all over the place, you all. I can't help it. I still have a desire for a man. I still have a desire for a partner. I still want what I've never had before. I want to be a kept woman, and I don't mean financially. I mean, sure, that would be nice, but I just mean someone respecting me and being there for me and having my back and helping me out, taking some of this pressure off of me. Heck, it would be nice just to have someone take out the trash for me every now and then. And I don't mean that in like a using way. Or like when I'm tired, to let me sleep and rest. I should have known better. I should have known better. I should have known better whenever I was a teenager. Shouldn't have not been so stupid. Because my ex's mom has always been a kept woman, and so has his sister. And I can remember whenever I was dating him, whenever I was a teenager, at how she would get her way and how she would do things that most people would not do or put up with, and she would get by with it. And I should have seen the disrespect that I had early on whenever I was younger and I was married to my ex. Just so much disrespect from his family and also from him, and just letting people run all over top of me and stuff, just because I might have a low self-esteem, which it ain't as low as it used to be, but still, just letting people buy with things. Don't ever let anyone push you over, run you over, because once they start thinking it's okay whether you're being nice or not, they'll run you over for the rest of your life. That's how it's been for me so far. And it doesn't matter at that point if you start taking it for yourself and you start being a bitch or start being the devil or whatever. It does not matter. They're still going to run all over top of you. Once they know that they have that control over you, they're not going to quit. And that's been my experience all my life with my family and with his family and with him. Even if it's the most basic things. Don't ever let anyone run over top of you. You don't have to be mean to people, but you have to set healthy boundaries. That's something I wish that I had learned a long time ago. I mean, all I can do about things is pray, and I definitely need to pray. There's all kinds of things I need to pray about. But I'm so sick and tired of living this way in life. I'm so sick and tired of not being able to have my own life. I'm sick and tired of putting everybody else before myself like I have all my life. I'm wanting to, as bad as that sounds, I want to start putting myself first. I'm sick and tired of not even having time to brush my hair all the way through, or brush my teeth, or whatever, or take a bath and not be disturbed, not having no peace and quiet. You know, I read this thing a few years ago, and it was talking about how women, in general, women need to have more sleep than what men do. And you would think, especially, I know it was years ago, but especially me being like all my health problems, and then too, on top of it, me being a cancer survivor, you would think I would be allowed to get more sleep and rest and stuff. But no, not me. No. I'm lucky if I get, I basically take naps. That's why I'm tired all the time, I guess. But I basically take naps all the time. I'll sleep for like 2 to 4 hours at the most usually. Then I'm back up, doing the same thing. And I wish I wasn't a night owl. Naturally, I'm a night owl. But none of them medications, none of them over-the-counter stuff hardly works on me, like to put me to sleep. It's the same thing. Even if I took a bunch of it or whatever, it wouldn't put me to sleep. It would be the same sleep period that I would get naturally, even if I took extra or whatever. I'm talking about like your Benadryl and stuff like that, or sleeping pills or whatever. But I don't know. That right there is called Dry Fort, where those 2 vehicles were going. There's a lot of rug population up in that area. There's a lot of rug population everywhere here in eastern Kentucky, though. Even where I live at over here, there's like 5 rug dealers within a mile distance from what I live at. Heck, there's like a rug dealer only a few houses away from my house. I don't know if they're reeling right now though or not, but that's in the math. That's not in the nothing else but math and the F word. I don't mess with nothing like that though. I guess that's why they don't mess with me. Thank God. I just can't stand people not being on schedule. I know that sounds like me being a hypocrite, where I told you all that I do prefer staying up at night, and I am like more of a night owl naturally. I wish I was more of an early bird and would get up and stuff. I can do it if I have to, and if I have to work, I prefer working earlier than what I do in like nights or mid shifts or whatever. That's working like mid shifts. Back when I used to work, that was like hell. But anyways, I prefer to get things done early in the morning while it's daylight outside. And I can't stand to wait on somebody. me and my youngest daughter are opposites when it comes to that. She's like her other family, like the women of her other family, and like her dad. She's a real girly girl. I'm not a girly girl at all. I've never been a girly girl. I've always been plain. And I always like to be on time. I actually like to be early for places. I don't like to sit and wait on people. I like to have everything scheduled out. I like to know what I'm doing. And I do not like to be late. I do not like to go places at dark or nighttime. And I don't get in the mood to do things at night. I'm more of a homebody. I enjoy being in my own space. I enjoy being at home. And whatever home is. I'm not very social. I don't like big crowds. It's getting too hot in here for me. I get tired of doing everything for everybody and doing everything at the house too. I'm not gonna lie, it gets old fast. But there's nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately, that's just is what it is right now. But I have never, ever, I guess that's why you could say I want it so bad. And I guess I never lost that desire for that or nothing. I have never in my life been a kept woman. And I guess I should have known better. And I think it's something that was kind of like, in my opinion, passed down. Because my mom was not a kept woman. I can sympathize with her no matter what, how bad her relationship is, with how the suffering that she's had to go through too with that. Because the women in my family have always been treated like garbage. They've always been treated like used as objects and just basically used for sex. Sorry, YouTube. But used for sex and used for having babies, and that's basically it. And especially around here in Eastern Kentucky, that's why I do not, sorry if that hurts a lot of y'all's feelings or whatever, but I do not want a man from Eastern Kentucky. I absolutely have no desire for no man that's brought up and lived around here in Eastern Kentucky. I have had enough of these men from Eastern Kentucky. I do not want no men with Appalachian syndrome or whatever you want to call it around here. I do not want a man like that. Because that is not for me. I've had that way too much. They call that, around here where I live at, they call that Appalachian, it's mother syndrome. It's Appalachian mother syndrome. Because it's basically like, and I'm not trying to say nothing against mother's boys or mama boys or whatever, but that's basically what that is. It's a woman, a mother, and they have a title for that. That's what it's actually called around here with the therapist and stuff around here. Because I've talked about it before in the past with therapists, but it's called Appalachian Mother Syndrome. And that's what it is around here. It's these women that have sons and they're mama's boys, and then they raise them. A little bit of it's biblical, yes, and it's good, But then there's a lot of it, like I said, that the men around here will treat these women like trash. They will abuse them in every way possible, and they do not care. They don't think of them as having a soul. They don't think of them as they just think of them as trash objects. They don't think of them as having a personality, a soul. Objects, that's all they are to them. Just something from to use and abuse. That's the way most of the men, and I don't care how much hate I get over this is my perception. And it's not just my perception, it's a lot of people's dealings with people around here. But these men, yeah, people from away from here, they're always like, oh, you want a good country boy, a good southern man. Heck no. Because, and that's what they think from the city. Like whenever I used to go to Lexington and stuff and have to have procedures done when I was going through breast cancer and surgeries and stuff, all them women were like, oh yeah, I would love a good country boy, a good Appalachian man. Shoot, no, honey child. My trash is all over the place. Wind's blowing everywhere. Snow's melted though. There's a rabbit. I don't know if I caught it. Oh, I don't know if I smushed. I don't think I did. But it was really close on that side. But anyways, these men, for the most part, the ones I've ever had to deal with, the ones in my family, the ones I've ever known, they just use women as objects, basically. Use and abuse them in whatever way they want to and make them suffer and treat them like trash. Don't have no kind of respect for them and just wear them out until they're nothing. And so I'm just sick and tired of it. Anyways, I'm gonna go off here. I just pulled into my driveway. Sorry for this rant, if any of y'all actually watch my video. And I actually do appreciate y'all who do watch my video and spend time with me. But I'm gonna go in the house and I guess I'm gonna try to rest. Probably do some cleaning because I'm the one who has to do everything. And my daughters do not have respect for me. And they'll never have respect for me. Not even when I'm dead. They won't care. But I'm gonna get off here. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Sorry this video has not been positive. Talk to y'all later. Thanks. Bye-bye.